Before we get started, a big thank you to all of my supporters over on Patreon and on Twitch, with the Patreon people coming up on screen now. A big thank you to my legendary supporters, Mike, Kira, Truck Driving Gamer, and Obi-Wan Kanzi. Thank you guys, I really very much appreciate it. If you would like to help support me and the channel, then you can head over to twitch.tv/ManageRequest and drop a sub over there. Or you can go over to patreon.com/ManageRequest and become a Patreon member for some early access to some videos and some behind the scenes stuff. Okay, so today then we are going back to number 10, the Crystal Enclosure. You might have remembered I had 2 attempts at this one previously, I think, with the party. The first attempt we got nowhere near with our old party. The second attempt we did markedly better, but we didn't come close to winning in the end. So I felt like our mercenaries last time we tried this, when we were playing the Deathwalker and the Drifter, felt like they didn't really quite have the right mix of abilities to really deal with this scenario. We did play it on increased difficulty, which probably didn't help at the time either. So we won't be playing on increased difficulty today. I am just going to be playing it on standard difficulty, which is technically -1, because if you're playing solo, you should really play +1. So I'm kind of playing on just, 0 essentially difficulty, where I should really be playing on +1. But I want to learn the characters, I want to see what they can do, and I feel like this scenario they have a good chance of actually having quite a good time on, because of their ability to cut through shield, and their ability to sort of deal true damage is going to be quite big in a scenario like this, which is all about shields and retaliate and stuff like that. So yeah, so let's first off, before we do anything, let's do a road event, because we are going back out on the road again. Okay. Okay. Number 17. Your 2-player game on this, got lucky first attempt. One on the I feel like it would be really nice if the guard, both times I played this, the guards didn't really behave. They were very aggressive to me. It would be great if they were less aggressive. Up. Okay, scenario 10. Oh no, sorry. We need to go to the road event first. We'll go there. Into road event. 17. Okay. Winter Road Event 17.
A gnarled orchid stands in the middle of the road, watching you approach. A ratty cloak barely covers her shoulders, but she doesn't seem to mind the cold air. She beckons you closer, then quietly recites something under her breath.
May your words never falter when you face the crystal altar. They will not agree.
She pauses before finishing, staring you down with deep blue eyes and urging you to step within whispering distance. Choose one player now to hear the secret.
Oh, which player gets to hear the secret, chat? Okay. Okay, poll. Choose one player now to hear the secret. The poll is up. Who is hearing the secret? I am the only player. Shush. No. Just. I don't think that's what they meant. I don't think that's what they meant. I mean, it might be. Can the crab even talk? Maybe it's a bad choice then. Gallandon, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the Adventure Party, my friend. That's incredibly kind of you. Welcome in. I hope you're doing awesome. I really appreciate the support. Welcome to the quest, my friend. Good to have you here with us. Appreciate it. The crab can just like chitter and, you know, click its clackety clicks. You know? That's why you let the crab hear it, because they can't pass it on. Crabs are telepathic. Wait, really? No. Alright, everyone wants the crab. Okay, crab it is. So what okay, how does this work on Fortella then? Outcome, choose a single player and read the back of this card. Okay, this is not voiced? Oh, I don't think it's voiced. Okay. Oh, am I not allowed to tell you guys? How are we gonna do this? Don't tell us. How about you tell just us? Don't tell. All right, well, you guys are gonna learn. Okay, I'm gonna read it, and I'm not gonna say anything. Oh, wow. That's so interesting. No way. I can't believe he did that. Really? No. That's scandalous. Wow. Nothing important, everyone. Nothing important.
Believe it.
Right, 34. 34. I don't know if I'm supposed to like sneakily put this in, but I'm putting an event in. I'm putting an event in. You guys are not gonna know anything about it. In it goes. Oh. Rents, thank you so much for the reset, buddy. 13 months, my man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Quest continues, my friend. Good to have you back. Appreciate it. You read it in the reflection of my glasses? No. Lies. Lies. Okay. Right. We don't talk about that road event ever again. We don't talk about that ever again. Just a hint? No. Nothing. Nothing. I like that though. That's a cool event. Who doesn't like that kind of thing? I like it. A little bit of intrigue. No, to Spammonite.
With a sturdy sled now underfoot and a team of dogs at the fore, you cut through the tundra with ease. You watch the distance for signs of your target, the ice speakers expelled from Snowscore, as you go, squinting through the wind. For a long time, there is nothing. Small eddies kick up here and there, walls of white crystalline powder that rise and drift about in the wind, like flickering white shadows. It's not until after several hours of steady travel that a new sight appears. Crystal spikes, hundreds of them, materialize on the horizon like a field of icy quills shot up from the snow, and even from a distance, you can tell they are huge. Many stand as tall as a full-grown pine tree, but they are far from natural. A number of Orgoks gather around them, their hulking bodies unmistakable in this place, and you watch as the group performs a bizarre ceremony. 10 of them encircle a large empty spot in the snow and raise their open palms to the air. They pray, though you cannot hear the words, and then, after a moment, a brand new spike suddenly shoots from the ground before them. An immense crystalline pillar conjured from the earth in an instant. Unfortunately, there's no way to be stealthy on a sled. As you draw closer, you're met by a line of tall, well-prepared Ice Speaker guards.
Intruders! Protect the conduits!
They arrange themselves between you and the crystalline spikes. The Ice Speakers seem to draw energy from the conduits, as they call them, increasing the defenders' strength and ferocity. You came prepared to fight Olgox, but you didn't expect them to have magical backup. You realize you could try destroying those conduits. It would be tough, but it might remove your enemy's advantage. Whatever you do, you have to do it soon, before the tide of this battle turns against you.
Whoa. All right. There we go. Crystal Enclosure then. Haven't seen my attempts this one. What's the goal? How come it's so tough? I'm glad you asked. So the scenario goal. The scenario is complete when all monsters in it are dead. At the end of the round, read 42.4. Scenario effects. Each character discards one card. I think we might need to do that on one of our characters. Special rules. Each ice pillar has 2 plus level times character divided by 2 hit points rounded down. They are enemies to me and allies to all monsters. Each monster in the scenario gains Shield X, where X is the number of ice pillars within range 4 of it. All doors are locked and will not unlock and will unlock when all revealed monsters are dead. So the reason why this one is tough is mainly because of this, because essentially, this guy's going to have shield 3, which, on something that's already got 12 health, kind of hard to deal with, right? Which means that you need to really attack the pillars as fast as possible, get them dead, but it can be very difficult when you've also got a priest who's going around healing and disarming and just generally being very annoying. I have actually found Algox guards to be very hard to deal with. They are real powerhouses. I liken them a little bit to like bandit guards. Like bandit guards were like your run-of-the-mill enemy that you would see fairly often. Same with like city guards and things like that, right? So it's another guard enemy, but these guys they hit really, really hard. And certainly if you're playing on like increased difficulty, their movement, they can still get around. So I've just found them to be just difficult, really, because they hit very hard. And yeah, in a scenario like this where you kind of can't really hit them for a while, and without having any like crazy amounts of control in my previous party, I really was just sort of stuck to, I think I could use my weighted net to immobilize them, but that was about all I could do. And then you've got this, again, priest who's just going to be really super annoying. So what I'm hoping though in this attempt is, well, because traps are true damage, suddenly the trapper doesn't really care about that and can immediately just start to get to work. And we can kill something like the Algox priest very, very quickly, because we could just throw a trap that could do, 4 or 5 damage, plus the wound, right? We've got that one that we can do. So we could use improvised improvement here to upgrade a trap to a 5 damage wound trap. Then we could throw it at the priest, and the priest is pretty much dead, right? It's got 6 health. It's going to go down to 5 with the wound that 6 is dead. So we can basically kill the priest in one very clean, quick, and easy action here. And then the pillars also, they've only got 3 health. It's pretty easy for us to kill too. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea, Pelican. Yeah. I don't think I actually even need to create 3. I think I can just create 2. I don't actually need to create 3. But yeah, and that's basically it. So on the last attempts, we did pretty well in the first room. It was the second room that really killed us off. So in the second room, we also get an Algox Ice Speaker, which is a pretty scary enemy. It does have a couple of actions which don't do too much. So again, a little bit of an RNG kind of enemy where if you get, the worst ability after the worst ability after the worst ability, it can be really, really difficult. But you can also get a little bit lucky where it's a couple of turns maybe where it doesn't do so much. So we'll see. But the general thing we have to do is we have to kill all enemies, and we have to... we're probably going to have to kill all of the pillars as well. Sounds like Trap could be big on this one. Shield, Schmield. Exactly. Yeah, I feel like Trap is going to really shine, but also necessarily like Deep Wraith is also going to do very well because Bane is also something that goes through Shield. So, you know, we chuck a Bane on this Algox guard and it's basically dead, right? We just need to do a little bit more, but that would be huge. So Bane is also going to be very, very good here. So we need to try and make sure that we also utilize that to kill the guards really, really quickly. Okay, so let's do challenge first, shall we? So now we've got the challenges, so we can draw those. So we'll draw a challenge. We got Glittering Distraction. Whenever there are 3 or more revealed loot tokens on the map at the end of any round, all characters gain impair. That's the word, impair. If this scenario has no loot deck, draw a new challenge and place this card on the bottom of the deck. So whenever there are 3 or more revealed loot tokens on the map at the end of any round, we will gain impair. Okay, so basically we can't leave loot out. I think that's a very simple one to do, right? Especially at 2-player. That seems like a really, really good challenge for this group. So yeah, we'll take that. We will try and do that. For those who don't know what challenges are, this is something that we unlocked through one of the buildings. It's a bit spoilery, so if you don't want to know, you don't want to know, but you get it through a building, and it's a building that I built last episode, or last episode before last. Okay, so let's do battle goals. What do you gain when you pass the challenge? So you gain a check mark for the Town Guard perks. So like the players, 3 check marks equals a perk for the Town Guards, which will increase the Town Guard deck, which helps you with attacks. So it makes potentially makes it a little bit easier. So if pillars are enemies, you have to kill all pillars also. It says to complete when monsters in it are dead, not when all enemies are dead. Technically. Technically it says monsters, so probably not all pillars, but might be easy. You also gain some extra XP, I think it's +2. Ah, I didn't know that. Now, probably because I haven't actually, we haven't completed one yet. Okay, so for the Trapper, we have Sadist. Kill 5 or more enemies. Possible, but quite out there, I think. 5 is a lot at 2-player. Wastrel, lose a card to negate 2 or less damage from an attack. Obviously not really ideal, probably don't want to do that. Acrobat, lose a card to negate suffering 5 or more damage. I guess both. The thing is that both of these are ones that we can actually just do ourselves, right? We could just walk ourselves into a 2 damage trap and lose a card at the end of a scenario. We've got Caltrops, which allows us to put a 1 damage trap out. So in theory, Wastrel and Acrobat are both relatively easy to do. I guess Wastrel would be the easiest one to do. Acrobat, we would have to play one of our bigger trap cards, which we probably don't want to do. So let's go for Wastrel, and we might have an opportunity to just trigger that towards the end of the scenario ourselves through our traps. Let's put that there. If an enemy dies in a trap, does it count as a kill for trap? Yeah, that's always been a tricky one. Historically, no. If the trapper was to push an enemy through a trap and it would die, I've always said yes, because it died as a result of your push action, so therefore it did. However, if it died on its own turn by walking into a trap, then no, that wouldn't count, right? It's if the player played an action that caused the trap to be sprung, then yes. If the player did not cause an action for a trap to be sprung, then no. Similar to, like, you can make the same comparison to Wound and Bane now. You know, does the Deep Wraith get the kill if it dies to Bane? No, because it's dying to a condition. It's not dying to, like, your action. And the same thing with Wound, right? If an enemy dies to Wound, you may have inflicted the wound, but technically it did not die by your hand, right? It still gets a trophy though, yes, which is why I think the trophies are worded the way they are. I think the trophies are worded in a particular way because they wanted it to be like, hey, you can spread your wounds around and hopefully kill some enemies with wounds and you still get your trophies, right? You don't want to de-incentivize the use of Bane and Wound on a character that cares about killing enemies, right? Yeah. Bane doesn't remember who put it, neither does Trap. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so same rule as in Gloomhaven, no exception for Trap. Yeah. There may be, like, I mean, if there was like some kind of passive effect that Trap gets later on, or some kind of card that could relate to like your traps. The good thing about Trap is that we do get like our own trap tokens, right? So it is fairly easy to see what traps you put out on the board. But no, as far as I'm aware, there's no change in the rules there. So we've got Closer, we got Workhorse, and we got Specialist. So Closer, kill the last enemy to die in the scenario. Doable, but it's always, like, I really dislike Opener and Closer because sometimes you either win or you lose them. Like, it's, yeah, a bit hard to do. Workhorse, gain 13 or more experience before any bonus experience. Possibly doable. I feel like this character has quite a lot of XP that they can get. But I am not fully in the flow of playing this character, and 13 is a lot to get, where, you know, even when you very much, you know, get the flow of the character, 13 is still quite high on a harder scenario where sometimes you might have to make sacrifices and not gain XP with every action that you do. So yeah, I'm leaning against that one. Specialist, never perform a basic action. That's another one that's like, oh, am I ever going to perform a basic action? Yes or no? I can force myself not to. To be fair, this character has a lot of just move bottoms. But the problem comes when, you know, if I want to get onto some loot or something and I can't. I feel like we could probably go with Specialist. I think that's probably doable. We have plenty of like teleports and things, so yeah. I'm gonna take Specialist. I think it's something that we could try and do. It'd be a fun one to try and do too. Make up for some lost ground on the previous one. The other room have traps? No. So there are no, in this scenario, there are no traps through the scenario conditions or scenario placement. Right, now I can't remember who's... So Deep Wraith is the one who's got to lose the card. I'm pretty sure the Trapper has got to ignore negative scenario effects. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we're good to go. So Deep Wraith's got to lose a card. Now the question is, do I play Skull Collection or do I not? I do have 2 trophies, which is quite nice. I feel like Skull Collection is probably pretty good. Wound is also excellent in this scenario, just because of course, everything that we have. But we have 2 trophies, so I can make Dark. I feel like going relatively late and potentially teleporting behind is maybe quite a good thing to do. We could, in theory, set up a very quick Succumb to Fear, potentially. We could play Skull Collection on the first turn, and we could play the bottom of Lacerating Stabs. I don't really like the initiative on this, though. So maybe what I might do is I might play this, then I might play this next turn to go super early. So Skull Collection, and then maybe we just play... something like Skewer the Flesh to just go super late, maybe. It's going to be up to our option, like, do we want to attack the pillars or do we want to attack the monsters here? It would be really fun to just immediately bane an enemy, I think. What are the monsters in the next room? Any immunities to be aware of? It's Ice Speakers and it's more priests and guards. So the Ice Speaker is the only new enemy. I quite like this as a turn. I think we get like 2 conditions up. The idea here is I would love to just assassinate the priest. But I could assassinate the priest with the trapper as well. So it could just be like super interesting. It's either that or we just go to town on the pillars, honestly. It might be better to just go to town on the pillars, a little bit safer. No. Nah, let's go for the fun play. I think what I need to do is I need to swap these around a little bit as well. I want to go like here and here, I think. Trapper can't start there. Oh, you're right. I can't start. Like, you can't start up there, right? It's these ones up here. In that case, maybe I do want to go slightly earlier then. Maybe I do want to go early, actually. Yeah, I think we go early. I could probably just go 22, though. 22 is probably fine. Okay. We'll try and wall ourselves off with some traps. So trapper, we know we want to use caltrops here, I'm pretty sure. Maybe we create like a positive trap. Okay. Yes, I think what we'll do is we'll put some damage traps here and here, and we'll probably create like a positive trap up here, maybe. Could enemies trigger positive traps? I guess they can, right? Okay. So we got a priest going first. Just gonna go 1. He's going to attack for 2. Onto our Deep Wraith. Oh, we've got 1 extra health of our Deep Wraith. Got to remember to put that in. Okay. 2, 3. And immobilize. I can still teleport with immobilize, right? It's not movement. Yeah, treat them as negative hexes still. Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. So at that point in time would be ambiguous, so that would kick in. Potentially some ambiguity we can mess around with. Okay, anyway, priest is done. You can already see like why this scenario would be really frustrating, right? Like, if I was playing the Drifter right now, I'd be like, great, you know, thanks for that. You know, kind of annoying. Okay, so we'll play Skull Collection, which is going to get us 2 XP. Oh, I'm supposed to have a card in my discard, aren't I? Whoops. Big whoops. Yeah, that one, I think. Okay. Then we will teleport. Mm-hmm. And do we want to create dark here? Quite possibly. What's his movement? Is the Outpost guy 4? God damn. Jesus. You see, like, the guard's already going to be in my face? Just teleport there, then. There's no way that I can avoid him. He's gonna attack me regardless, right? Can't trap him off anymore. Huh. No, I can't trap him off. I can't trap him off because I go here and then I go great. Then my trapper goes, traps here. Then where do they move? They move here. Like, I have to be in these 2 hexes with my mercenary, so I can't trap him off. I can force him that way. Aren't I making a trap on my bottom? Yeah, but it's a positive trap. I'm trying to avoid damage here. Not trying to get him to walk through a 1 damage trap, right? The whole point here was to not take any damage on the first turn. It was not to do it. If you're saying, like, because there's no way to make him do it. It works. I don't see the route. You're saying to go 1, 2, 3, like here? I suppose that works. 2, 3. Sure, could do it that way. And then he would go up here, and then we would 2, 3, 4 go there. Then we could leave him. Yeah, we could do it that way. Only if we block those 3 there, basically. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe like... Yeah, I guess I could put the positive trap at the bottom, maybe? No, I mean, it has to be there now, doesn't it, huh? Yeah. That's just fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Anyway, I feel like I'm going to keep the Deep Wraith where they are, because actually maybe the positioning is better now. I'm actually just going to keep Deep Wraith where they are. I think the positioning is better. Okay. So we'll do Caltrops then. Make them little 1 damage traps. Get a lot of tokens on the board for these guys, huh? And then that gets us a experience point. And then we will do the bottom of... Yes, and we won't move at all, but we'll just put the positive trap there. Okay, cool. All right. So now God's gonna go. It's gonna go Oh. And next round. Okay. So we got a nice one that we can upgrade now. If we want to. Oh, did I use... I used the wrong top. Oh, what an idiot. I should have had... Oh, I guess I could use my stamina potion, right? Yeah, I'll use my stamina potion. That was a bit dumb. But I'll recover. Just realized I needed the top of that card. That's alright. We were going to probably use this in our first rotation anyway. It's all good. You think the side camera is frozen? Do you? Hey, you're right. The hell? How is that even possible? Woo! Camera's time traveling to the past. Yeah. All right. Maybe it's a good time to use Flurry of Nails, but the initiative's kind of poop though. Ball catcher maybe. Ball catcher, jump over. Could be a play. I'm thinking like we would basically jump over, maybe upgrade a trap. Presumably I can also upgrade a positive trap into a negative trap, you know, like a damage trap. I don't see why I couldn't do that, right? That seems fair, right? Guards don't go very fast with movement anyway, no. But yeah, but I couldn't go like 60s and be confident with it. How's the new party doing? It's too early to say right now. It's Turner. Too early to say right now. All right, we're going to go for the Succumb to Fear play. Oh, no, we can't. We haven't got enough trophies. Need one more trophy. Can't quite do it. Yeah, 3 is the magic number, huh? 3 trophies is the magic number. Need to remember that. Could have made Dark last turn, actually, and would have had a pretty nice turn here. It's okay. I think what I'll probably do is I'll probably just attack the... I think I'll probably just attack the pillar here. Feels like a pretty good turn. I think we teleport to here, wound the priest, and then we just attack for 2 onto the pillar. Hopefully we kill it and we go invisible. Or I can use my heavy sword to give myself the attack 3. That seems like an okay play. Then really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to... make a bigger, better trap, aren't I, really? I'm sure I'll be able to do. On the trapper. Trying to make a big, bad trap. I guess I'm trying to also pull him into it as well. Yeah. In a way, I'm kind of trying to pull him into it as well. Maybe I use Ball Catcher here and actually just... Yeah, maybe I do that. Maybe I Flurry of Nails and just increase the damage and just Ball Catcher. Yeah, that could be really cool. Okay, I'm just gonna like play a bunch of traps and see what happens, you know? I feel like I kind of need to just do that to see what happens. All right. Pillars don't count as enemies for kill effects. Oh yeah, of course. That dumb rule. Anyway, so we'll teleport for 3. And we will wound the priest. Get wounded. Oops. No, that's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. No, I think it's still a good. I think it's still a pretty good turn, regardless. And we'll use Morbid Camouflage. And to be honest, I'll just use the Heavy Sword. Like, I mean, I think it's worth trying to just kill this, right? So we'll attack this one for 3. 3. There we go. Had to use the sword. Perfect. So that's number 3 is dead. Good. That'll make him a little bit softer, a bit easier for us to kill. It's good. Okay. So do I want to use? Do I want to create dark? I could create dark, couldn't I? What does dark give me? Dark gives me a really nice turn, actually. Yes, create dark. We'll spend a trophy, and we'll create dark. All right, Deep Wraith over. Okay. All right, let's play Ball Catcher. We'll gain an XP and we'll put a 4 damage trap there. Okay, great. And then we'll use Flurry of Nails here to go 1, 2, 3. Increasing the value of 2 traps by 1. So that now becomes 2 damage, and that becomes a 5 damage. Okay. Guard's gonna move 3. 1, 2, 3. We can just kite this guard around for a little while. It's gonna be really good, right? Okay, Priest is gonna want to attack the Deep Wraith. And where do we want it? Do we want it there or do we want it there? Great question. There is right next to a trap that I could immediately spring, which seems pretty nice. Although maybe a little bit of a waste. Feels like, yeah, we could just kill it with the trap now. Sure, we'll put it there. So it's going to attack for 2 on the Deep Wraith. 1. It's like, I feel like I can take attacks at the moment because we've got on slightly lower difficulty. Doesn't feel too bad, but honestly, I don't... Like, taking attacks is not really where I want to be on these characters at all. Gonna have to definitely get better at that. Otherwise, this is gonna be a short-lived party, I think. Worth, as the priest might heal soon. Yeah, good point. Okay. So, this turn then... Staring into the abyss, I think, is what we want to do here. I think we're gonna go for this. And I'll probably just go for this. So we could disarm and we can do an attack for 3 here. And we can just attack for 3 on the pillar, maybe. I feel like it's trap. This turn's gonna be mostly the trapper. The trapper's gonna do stuff this turn, right? Destroy one adjacent trap to do an attack. Now, you don't really want to do that because the attack, it would change the pure damage into an attack value, which is not really what you want. Unavoidable outcome, the level 2 that we took, would be really good. It will just immediately spring it. Now, can we do that really quickly? Like, super quickly. Because if we do that, then that's a dead priest right there. But we need to do this super quickly. Well, we do have 18. And so I guess in a pinch with my boots, I could go on 8, which is going to be early enough. So let's do that. So we're going to go 23 on the Deep Wraith here. And we're going to go 18 on the Trapper. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to use Unavoidable Outcome top. So we can do an attack for 2, 3. If the target is adjacent to a trap, spring it. But we have to do the attack first and foremost. So the priest does have shield 3 right now. So we'll attack into it with shield 3. 4. Sorry, so we have 3. So shield 3, we have 3. So no damage there. Nil damage. But if the target is adjacent to a trap, spring the trap, applying its effects. Bam, which does 5. Straight damage to the priest. You're dead. I think the only problem with this is that, yeah, I'm not getting the kill on my, I'm not getting the kill on my lurker, which is really what I want, right? Seems like a pretty easy scenario. We are playing it on 1 difficulty lower than we probably should be. But also, like, I liked these characters for this scenario. It just seemed like they would have a fun time. So that's Unavoidable Outcome. And then, sorry, what was the other card? That was the one. So Honeypot, we were going to move 3. And we'll create 1 heal 2 trap there. Do you get XP for Unavoidable Outcome? No, we do not. Huh? The priest would, if you hadn't increased the value of Boar Catcher, the priest would have died to wound. Yeah, I guess that was kind of rough. Hey, it is what it is. That's Gloomhaven for you, huh? Okay, so that is Trapper done. Great turn. So now we are going to play our Deep Wraith. So we're going to move two. First onto the positive trap and then onto the loop. So this is going to trigger and we're going to get 2 health back. Oh, that's lovely. I'm going to spend a trophy to disarm here. And then we'll go Haunting Brutality. So we're going to consume the dark here. I think we just attack him, right? It's good to get the wound and the poison actually onto him, I think. He's got shield 2 right now. I think that's okay. So we'll do that. So attack for 3. Ugh. 2, so no damage, but we do get poison and wound on him. I'm okay with that. We would have missed the killing the column anyway. But that gets us another XP. Okay, so how are we doing for XP right now? Yeah, not bad. Okay, Algor's card's turn. Doesn't do anything. On to the pillars. All right, next round. Oh, we need to loot as well. We'll have to do that when we do our turn. Otherwise, it messes up the app. We could... What could we do here? We could immobilize the guard. That seems reasonable. I don't know if we can immobilize him this turn, though. A little bit rough, I think. If we can get one more negative condition up on the Algox, then that's pretty good. So if I can go early, get a mobilize on him with the Trapper, then we can drop... Oh no, we don't have any trophies though, do we? Dang, the trophy economy is going to suck in this one, huh? We really need to get the kill here to get this to get a trophy. Yeah, the really annoying thing is that I need trophies, and it's going to be an interesting dynamic at 2-player actually, because trophies are really premium, and if my Trapper is just running around doing its thing and actually killing stuff pretty quickly, then that might be a bit of a problem. Maybe I need to bring that other card. I think there was a card that just gave me one, right? Yeah, I could like bring like Soul Hunger or something. I might look at some of the other cards and see if there's like something that I could bring that would give me just like a free trophy here and there. Because I feel like at 2-player, maybe I might struggle to have enough trophies. Don't know. Obviously, this is like a very particular room. It's too maybe too early to like spring to a crazy judgment yet. Yeah, there is one, but we have to be invisible. So we have Soul Hunger. I don't know if there's another one, but Soul Hunger is the one that I can see right here in front of me. If we have Invisible, gain a trophy. Basically, we need to do some invis shenanigans. Maybe we do that. I'd love to like reposition him here. This guard a little bit. Can I reposition him? I can, but not on a great initiative, really. Like on a bit of a bleh initiative. What's range on this? We could go 1, 2. That works. I just need to move 3. Okay. Initiative kind of blows. I'd have to go lay on my Deep Wraith and kind of hope here. I don't love it. I certainly do not love it. Bit of a risky one here. If my Trapper can go before the guard, then this is a great turn. But if we don't, then this kind of sucks. I mean, it works, but we take a hit on the Deep Wraith, which we don't really want to take. Oh, let's risk it for a biscuit. Oh, no. Well, there's like literally nothing I could have done about that. Like, there's absolutely nothing I could have done about that. I couldn't beat that in with any of my cards, so... Well, I guess I could have beaten it with the Deep Wraith if I'd gone on super early and now used my boots. I could have, but... That is what it is, unfortunately. Let me draw this loot card before I forget. Arrowvine. Ooh. Hang on. Whoop. What? Oh, no. Something came up, and I didn't place it. Deep Wraith. Add to select character. Perfect. All right, well, here it goes. Well, that's a burn then. Yep, that's a burn. Guess what the one card is that I have in my hand as well, chat? Feels good. Restart? No, we just have to deal with it. We just have to deal with it. We just have to deal with it. I'm not restarting. We can get through it. We can try and get through it. These things are sent to test us. So we're just going to use Dismantle. Just as a move 3. It's fine. We don't have the trophy economy for it anyways. Well, yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like we might struggle to use it anyway. We may be better positioned to just use the trophies to kind of create dark and try and power up some of our other abilities instead. That's fine. This is just, we know that this is not going to be a Bane scenario, which is unfortunate because I felt like this would be great for Bane. It would be a great scenario for Bane, but okay, maybe not. Plans change. So we'll do Exploding Decoy. So I'm going to attack him for 2. Use the weighted net to add Immobilize here. That's going to be attacking him for 2 with the Poison 3. For 5. But he has Shield 3, so just 2 damage. And then we're going to pull him into this. Boom, boom. And he'll take 2 pure damage from this. Poison still? Oh yeah, sorry, you got it right. I got to add the poison. Yeah, it's okay though, because we'll be deep. We'll be long resting in a second. Okay. Good. So that's that done. Do we get any XP for that? Felt like some kind of thing we should get XP for. It felt like a good turn. No XP there. Right, so Deep Wraith. I was always risky. We'll use the bottom of this as a move 2. And we'll use Ink Cloud Top. So we'll attack for 2, creating dark. We're going to attack all adjacent enemies. So let's do Ice Pillar number 1. Realistically, we could have ignored the ice pillars, but hey ho. May as well do it now. +1, so that's dead. And ice pillar number 2 is also dead. Hooray. Well, good turn though. Oh, I don't know why I'm putting them over there. I'm going to need them in a minute. I'm going to need them in just a sec. Okay. So now he's vulnerable. He's also immobilized, so we could very safely long rest on this round if we wanted to. Trapper gets traps for making traps. Yeah, looks like it from most of the cards. Doesn't look like we get many for triggering them. This next round's going to be kind of interesting. I'm not quite sure what exactly to do. Oh, I should remove these, sorry. Yeah, they're all dead for now. For now, you are dead. Okay, so on the guard, I mean, he's immobilized, right? I mean, now would be a really good time to long rest. I mean, I have to long rest, I think, on the Deep Wraith anyway. So, like, the Trapper has got a turn, but it's just, like, not a very good turn. I mean, I say it's not a very good turn. I mean, I'm creating traps. Isn't that what my character kind of does? Sure. And then we long rest next turn on him, and the Deep Wraith can just finish this guy off. Deep Wraith should probably be able to finish it off, right? He's got 5 health. There's a good chance of that. Traps are good, set up for dismantle if nothing else. Yeah, and I feel like moving into the next room would be good. I presume, though, that the scenario conditions for this will not be the same. So the scenario conditions, like the special rules, are when we open this door and we go through, all of our, I think it was like all of our tokens get moved across, and I'm guessing that doesn't include our traps. Obviously, that would be kind of crazy. So I presume that our traps will not move with us into the next room, which means that setting up for like, oh yeah, let's create a trap because we can use it when we open the door, doesn't really work. Don't really work, I don't think. Not with the scenario conditions here. I think we'll basically be leaving all of our traps. Yeah, exactly, Pelican. Yeah. I think it means that we can't really like set ourselves up to have some really crazy turn. You didn't remember that scenario effect? Yeah, it's a weird one, but it's quite relevant for Trapper. Okay, well, like I said, we can just long rest here. He's gonna go down to like 4 health with the wound and with the poison and stuff. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Okay. Shield and retaliate. Of course, that's the turn he does nothing. The turn where he was immobilized anyway. I guess he could have drawn his ranged attack and that would have absolutely hosed us, so I suppose that's fine. We'll take whatever we can get. Yeah, so I will move 2. And we'll create a positive blessed trap in an adjacent hex. Why not? We'll try and get the Deep Wraith to like maybe pick up some of these. Actually, should I go like maybe instead of, oh, I could place it here, because then I can get the Deep Wraith to go 1, 2 to there maybe. Sure. Or do I put it in front of me and I try and run over it on the Trapper? Interesting idea. I don't feel like the Trapper's going to really benefit much, but we're definitely going to be attacking a lot with the Deep Wraith. I guess he can move through it here regardless of what I do. Don't have to put it next to him. Doesn't end his turn in a trap, right? And then Spike Pit. Create 1, 3 damage, immobilize trap. Within range 2. We're going to wall them off here slightly. Little wall off. I have the attack 1, move 2, attack 2 card. I did I have that one? I think I do. No, Tumultuous Panic. I'm not running that at the moment. Although that is a card that I felt like maybe I should be running, thinking about it. With the traps and stuff. Seems like pretty good. Like there's a lot of like okay ones here that I think I probably should actually be playing. Tumultuous Panic is actually like, it's pretty good. It's fine, I think. But also looking at Black Scythe, it's just a loot 1, gain 1 trophy. And Hollow Aura is just move 2, consume any element to gain 1 trophy. So that's kind of like a way that I can get trophies off of my own dark that I could be making occasionally, you know? I have cards that just make it. I don't always need to use Skull Collection for it. Maybe I should be bringing that in. And we need to get rid of a card. When trap long rest, it can create a trap. Did I get? Oh yeah, I got that perk right. Don't think it really matters though, in this for this particular room. But I need to Get the reminder card for that out at some point. I'll get it out eventually. Guess morbid camouflage is not particularly good, although bottom of it's not bad actually. Skewer the flesh is kind of interesting. Mantle of Dread, probably not great this scenario. Probably get rid of that. I don't see any world in which I'm poisoning everything in that kind of range. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Okay. Deep Wraith also has a long rest perk. Did I grab it? Oh yeah. When I long rest, I may loot one. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Yeah, unfortunately, no good here though, huh? That could be a good one though to get at some point. That feels very much like in a different scenario where there would be more enemies. You know, if we were fighting like 3 or 4 enemies, that absolutely probably would have triggered here, or I could have set that up. But it's a bit tricky when you only got 2 enemies, right? Okay, how do we kill this guy? Realistically, I just want to try and get the the loot token here. That's it. No, not the loot token, sorry, the trophy token. Guess we could use Skewer the Flesh to have a couple of goes at it. Am I going to let him attack? Yeah, maybe. Well, actually, no, it doesn't matter because I can teleport into the next room. Yeah, it's fine. We can go earlier. Just can't use a basic action, right? No basic actions. No basic actions here, folks. Kind of hard to kill this guy, actually. I think I might actually have to let him attack me. That sucks. I think I might just have to let him attack the trapper here. Having lots of low value attacks doesn't feel good. Like I could go in and I could try and hit him and I could probably have a fairly decent chance of killing him, but if I draw like a -1/-1, then I just end up kind of a little bit screwed and I can't really do anything about it. Yeah, let's go late. Let him go down to 4. Maybe we hit him with Morbid Camouflage. And hopefully he just dies to something else. Just feels like a very weird turn, you know? I just don't like it. It just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. Pulls his ranged attack. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, a lot. Okay. Don't love it. That was a pretty rough draw. All right, well, I'll just use this as the move 2. Get bless. To be honest, though, the Trapper can be relatively elusive, so I'm not too worried about them having some damage. And then we'll attack for 2. 3 with the poison. 5. Oof, dead. Blah. Most definitely dead. That gets us a trophy. Yay. And also invisible. Unfortunately, not really going to do the trick. That invisible this turn. Alright, trap. We'll heal up for a couple. What should we get rid of? Caltrops just seems super useful for directing traffic around. The problem is there's actually just like super good cards on this character. Like all of the cards are just like kind of different permutations of the same sort of thing, which really are useful. Quite difficult to decide what to get rid of. Like I would say probably maybe Spike Pit, but it is just a 3 damage immobilized trap. I mean, that's really good against guards. Like super good. Maybe it is Caltrops. I mean, Caltrops, yeah, but it's a move 5 though. That's a crazy amount of move. And being able to just place two down means that I can kind of place 3 down in a single turn. That's quite big. I'm guessing I need my pushes and pulls, plus they are just attacks, so worth having. Maybe it is the Spike Pit. The relocate seems okay, but if you put them in the right places, do you really need to ever relocate? Dismantle is maybe not so good. Although saying that, Dismantle I could use against the columns, right? To give myself like a fairly decent like attack 3, range 3 on just a column. Which is kind of nice. An XP on the Deep Wraith? Oh, of course, yeah, because we killed something, right? That's a tough choice, really. Lots of really good stuff. I will say that Improvised Improvement is a very interesting card because it's obviously good, but you really need the time to like just get it going. And am I going to really have that time to spend a turn of just upgrading something to 5? Maybe. Just feels very... And then the bottom is create a bless trap, which is again not bad. Like everything's good. Like literally every card. I think Spike Pit's probably the worst. Everything else has like a really good place. Or maybe Ball Catcher, because Ball Catcher is just like a very vanilla 4 damage trap, but it is 20 initiative, which is my second fastest initiative. All right, I'm going to get rid of Spike Pit. I don't know if that's correct or not. I feel like a 3 damage immobilized trap is just very, very strong in this scenario, but like, I don't know. Difficult. I just don't feel like the bottom has much value, and I think the top, a lot of the time, I want to play a different top. Okay. Anyway, that's Trapper done. We'll get our net back. Oh, and you're dead, sir. You're very dead. Okay, next round. So now the doors are unlocked, so we can go through them. So I think the aim here is that we're probably going to go... I want to go to the top of the map, I think, rather than the bottom. Mainly because you're closer to the pillar at the top. And also, I would have a little bit more interplay with where our traps are. You know, if there's a column here, we can... I think, if I remember from memory, the column positioning is like... Yeah, you guys might be able to see because you're on the wrong camera right now. But they're basically like a little bit... There's one closer in on the top. The bottom is a little bit further out to the bottom here. Like the top is like here, I think. And then there's one like here. There's one like here and one like here, maybe. So it feels like this would be a fairly decent space. The priests are here as well, and the priests are like the most annoying. I don't really want to engage them as much. So I think we'll go top. Don't have much in the way of cards. Why is Dark still there? Is it like a bugged or something, chat? It's got to be bugged, right? I didn't make Dark last time, did I? No. It's bugged. I think we're gonna have to leave that loot. That's really sad. I suppose I could use the top of Honeypot to get it. Maybe worth doing. But then I felt like I want to, if I'm going to enter the room, I really need to like hit Caltrops hard, right? I could enter in here and then like Caltrops. Sure. Let's just do it. I'm invisible on the Deep Wraith as well, so I guess I can go late here and I'll get automatically kind of teleported around, which is kind of neat. Could do some shenanigans here. Let's try some shenanigans, shall we? Okay. The first thing is we're going to use Honeypot. We'll use it for the bottom here. We'll go here. Open the door. Bum, 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 bum. All right, here we go. When any door is open, read 65.3.
From the outskirts of the spike clusters, you rush forward into the heart of them. Here, even more Olgoks protect the largest of the conduits. One leaps forth and howls, and as she does so, ice forms around her, providing a protective shell. In her hands, the crystals fall into wicked axes.
May your frozen blood sing the song of our victory.
The Olgoks yells.
Ah! That's not very nice. Okay, so we are going to do this. Now, here are the special rules. So, open all doors, place all characters and character summons in initiative order in the closest empty hexes on tile 16A. So, that would be wherever I want here for me. Let's figure out what we want to do here. I think we want to go there. I guess I get one more. I get one more thing, right? I get like one more action. What was that? 3, right? It was 1, 2, 3. I guess I needed to place the trap, right? I guess I open the door, special rules kind of kick in, and then we place the trap. Do the ordering of that, or do I finish the action? I don't think it really matters because I'm going to place the trap regardless. I'll place it like here. Anyway, okay. So this is all going now. And what I'll do is I'll move everything across so you guys can see better. So this is all going now. Once I next to the loot, I want to use the bottom for this though. Then we'll use caltrops. I'll gain 1 XP. And we will make some traps. What I'll probably do though is I'll set this up first. You're gonna zip now to there, I think, right? Or do the door hexes count? Open all doors. Remove all the doors. Okay, yeah, so no doors. Good. So that is that. Now we just need to set all of this stuff up. So we got 1 here. Sorry, 1 here. One here. And 1 in this back corner here. So we have 1, 2, and 3 again. One, 2, and 3. That should be heal trap though. Oh, sorry, yeah. Sorry, heal trap, not blast trap. Yeah, you're right. Um, ba, 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 ba. Okay, that's all good. Then we need to put in guard. Got one. We got some regular guards. So one regular guard. Is there? Two regular two regular priests. Did we get the chest in this one? I feel like we might have got the chest, didn't we? I'll double check, but I think we might have got the chest. Chest number was 71. I just have like a feeling that we did get the chest one time when we did this. We didn't win, but we got the chest. Let's take a look. Yes, we did. Okay. All good. Right, great. So we set all of that up. So now we do caltrops, right? So just a couple of single damage traps. So we'll create a nice one here. What are the guards doing? They're just moving too. Okay. We'll get this. XP. Good. Alright, so that's Trapper's turn. So priests. Bit annoying that they are getting involved. Guards. Eye speaker, nothing. Deep Wraith. So Deep Wraith was invisible, which was why that didn't come into play there. Okay, so it's a bit of a sneaky plan here. Zoop. Guard number 6. Then I'm going to attack I guess I attack the column first and see what we can get. So if we attack the column for 1, I'm just kind of hoping that this, well, we can't draw the +2, I guess. I mean, also we could draw the +2, and then we could just immobilize one of the guards, but... Alright, so column. Not so good. Hey, there we go. Whew. Oh, they got 5, these guys, though, huh? Oh, no. I forgot they don't have 3. They have 5. Well, I guess it is what it is. We need to kill them, so... I forgot that rule. Like, I remember the first time we played it, that rule really, like... I was like, aha. Did you really need to give the pillars like extra health in the second room? Did you really need to do that? I guess like there's maybe some really easy way of doing it. But yeah, I remember now. That was really annoying. Okay, so do I want to make dark or anything? How much health does it have left? 2? Should I just like go all in here and try and like burn some cards and get out in this next round? It's kind of interesting. Let's go to the next round and think. I'm thinking very much about how I can like be really impactful on my Deep Wraith now, because like I don't have loads of stuff. I don't feel like making dark or anything there is going to make a huge difference. But I probably want to teleport out. You know, it would be a pretty good idea here for my Trapper to try and just run away a little bit. Can I do some like really incredible invisible shenanigans here? I really could. Oh man, and then we long rest next turn. That's really spicy. Maybe long rest on both players? Ooh. No, but I could go pretty late on the following turn. So what I'm thinking is that I could try and go invisible here.
A little bit spicy.
With both characters. I can easily kill that column. That's not a problem. There are lots of options to kill that. Loads of options. Question is, what do I do with the Deep Wraith, really? Or do I just teleport onto the other side of the map? Now, that doesn't seem like a really smart move, because I burn my best sort of multi-use attack right now. Yeah, what happens if I just go invisible on everyone? What happens? We attack that for 3. We go invisible. What's the range on these? Is it like range 4 on the columns? 4. Okay, it's been range like 1. So this is a very interesting turn. I feel like trying to get both of my characters to go invisible with the bomb of Incloud is kind of the way to go here. This feels like it'll be really good. And then I can long rest. Which will also get me a trophy. Possibly? Might give me a trophy, might not give me a trophy. So I need to kind of jump across, right? It's just like 2 minutes shield, really. Yeah. Oh, okay, that works really well. Oh, hang on, this is a line. This is a line. Okay. Then what would mean my next turn? Oh, yeah. This would be the line. Okay, I think I have a line. It's kind of a fun one too. Just hope that I don't get kind of screwed up here by a 15. No 15, please. Dude, really? This is what you're gonna do to me? Okay. Priests, huh? Love them. Gotta love them. Well, they're both within range already, right? So they're just going to attack for 1. 2 damage. 2 damage. It's not the end of the world, but it does severely hamper my turn. Create a 1 hex obstacle. What kind of obstacle should we use here? I don't know. Rubble? Spikes. Spikes! Oops, wrong one. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to use Flurry of Nails to increase the damage or heal value of up to 2 traps to be moved through. Going to go 1, 2, 3. Increase that 1 to 2. Then we'll play Ball Catcher. Red blows because I felt like I was in a good position there to kill, you know, potentially 2 columns quite quickly. Now it's going to be much tougher. Yeah, so just big invis, really. That's all we got going for us now. I can't even do my attack, which blows, so We're just going to invisible everyone. Create dark. Gain 1 XP. Away. All right. Yeah, because like now I'm gonna long rest on the deep wraith, which just kind of blows really. I don't get to do what I really wanted to do. Like I could have attacked and then killed that. It would have been so good. Would have been nice if I hit the trapper instead. Yeah. Yeah, trapper's pretty disarm proof, huh? Well, then, actually, having said that, though, certain key turns, you're really not. You're like, oh, I really want to attack now. Oh, sorry, I should be put that down as a 4 damage, right? 4 damage. Sorry, I'm just thinking, chat. I think we go as late as we can here. 72, I think. So the idea here is that we're going to try and use unavoidable outcome to blow up this pillar. And we'll just use this to basically move away. But there's a late initiative to move away. We've got the boots to go up to 82 if we need to. Okay, good. Not needed. So priests do nothing. This guy does nothing. Guys do nothing. So trapper goes next. So we'll do unavoidable outcome. So we're going to attack for 2 onto column number 2. Okay. And then 4 damage to it. Oh, this is number 2, technically. I'll just change it like this. Be nice to catch a break today, huh, chat? Would be nice to catch a break today. It's not good. It's just not good. Okay. I guess I just go down here. I don't know. I feel like this scenario just doesn't want to play ball. Like, that was like, if I kill that, and then, like, if I don't get disarmed, if I kill that, like, there's two little things there. Those 2 turns are, like, huge for me. If I can kill this, like, actually use an attack and not be disarmed, kill that, that dies because I don't draw a -2, like, literally anything else apart from a miss or a -2. And that dies. And then suddenly I've got 2 pillars off the board. I can actually start doing damage to these people. But now I'm basically stuck again. Just freaking brutal. I don't know. I don't even know. And I've burned some cards on my Deep Wraith too already just to try and get back into this, but it's yeah. I still have some really good cards on the Deep Wraith to play, so I'm not out of it at all by any means, but it just feels like, ugh, why? Why are you doing this? I could still maybe win. I don't know. I don't think I have enough cards in. I should have changed my cards on my Deep Wraith. I was pretty stubborn and I kept the same cards I selected for the first scenario, which were fine. Like, they're not bad, but again, not particularly well suited. I feel like the problem that I'm going to have with these characters is I'm going to need to make a lot of changes to, like, which cards I bring in each scenario, which, you know, as long as I'm aware that I need to do that, it's okay. But, like, usually I might swap 1 or 2 cards out here or there occasionally, but this feels real rough. It feels like, yeah, I need to swap out a large amount of my cards, or I need to find different options, because at the moment, it ain't working. It is not working. Like Skull Collection, for example, I played that on the first turn. I've literally used 1 trophy to make dark this entire scenario. Is that worth a burn? Absolutely not. Like, I've done nothing with it. Like, it's just waste. I've just completely wasted it. And it might come into its own a little bit towards the end of this, where I can get some free poisons out of it. But will it be worth it in the end? I don't know. Trophy collecting can be tough to play. Mantle Bomb may be easier than Skull Top for that reason. Yeah, I think maybe we just need to pivot off of Skull Collection, really. Tried to force it twice. The first scenario was not great, but great for it at all. But this one scenario should be, in theory, okay for it. But we just didn't get any trophies. What card do I get rid of here? They're all really good. Maybe Morbid Camouflage, but then I'm basically saying no more Invis. Well, I do have Invis there. Or Staring into the Abyss, but that's nice control. Kind of hard to get rid of control. But how am I winning now? There's 1 on 2 health, 1 on 1 health, 1 on 5. Like, if I can kill... The annoying thing is that I don't get the kill trigger on objectives. Otherwise, I would definitely keep Morbid Camouflage. It would be slam dunk. Absolute slam dunk. Dark isn't up either. I don't next round, so that doesn't help. Oh, I don't know, chat. This feels real bad. Real bad. Just feel real bad. I mean, it doesn't kill anything, so get rid of it. Okay. Oh, yikes. Big not taking Fury for Kate on Trapper is a mistake. You could both be invis. Yeah, but it's a very conscious thing to take. Like, don't get me wrong, I do think, like, yeah, both being invis could be very, very strong. But I can't, the thing is, I can't reliably go invis on the Deep Wraith at all right now. Like, so it's not like, oh yeah, that would be really good. I honestly feel like, yeah, I actually physically cannot go invis on this character. I don't have enough trophies, enough dark, you know, the way that it's been playing out. I have not been able to go invis as much as I would like. And again, like, this is just one scenario though, so I feel like you know, we have to, like, we do not have a large enough sample size at the moment. You're using it for the move for the first room and then drop it after the first rest. Yeah, I think it could be fair. If you collect a lot of skulls, it just feels like starting with 2 skulls gives us such a great opening. Yeah, Deep Wraith. See, the thing is with Deep Wraith is a combo character, right? Similar to like when we were playing Deathwalker. Like, it's a combo character. To be honest, in many ways, the Trapper kind of is too, but the Trapper has more of a, you know, you're trying to control the board more. So it's a little bit different. But the Deep Wraith is a combo character, and you just need to be hitting your combo. You know, you need to know, I'm going to play this card, then this card, then this card, and that's going to give me A, Y, you know, A, B, C. And then that's going to allow me to do this. You know, that's the way the character is. And at the moment, I haven't quite put together like the puzzle for that. And I don't really want to be told either. So please refrain, because I will figure it out. Could do that. Could short rest. Probably short rest on Trapper here. Probably better. Yeah. I think the biggest problem that the Trapper has is having such a small hand size. Every card is like super premium on this character. Like, there's no dead space on it. You know, there's no kind of like, yeah, we can bring this because we got these other cards, right? There's none. It literally, you have to have, every card has to be there for a very specific purpose and use. There's no wiggle room to just have an extra card that might help you out in certain situations or might not, you know? You have to be ruthless with which cards you bring in with the Trapper. There is no dead weight. Caltrops. Do we need Caltrops anymore? Caltrops would be really nice for setting up some more kind of control. Hmm. 4 damage versus 3. Can I get away without Caltrops now? Can I get away without Caltrops? Possibly. Thing is, Caltrops could be really nice for playing in certain areas. Like, I feel like we could play like here, sort of block a bit more of the area off, a bit more of the zone off a little bit. Got to play across here, force this guy to have to kind of lumber all the way around, and then they're all kind of like having to come through here. So What other card would I really hate to get rid of here? To be honest, I'd hate to get rid of all of the others too. I think that's fine. I think I'd hate to get rid of any of the others. Annoying, but yeah. Yeah, definitely Mandalay. This is why you look at the enemy scenario, go on general layout scenario, and then do sideboarding. Yeah, I'm just usually, to be honest, usually I found sideboarding, apart from a couple of scenarios, generally is unnecessary, or it has been in the past. Like, I've never really felt the need to sideboard. With the majority of like Gloomhaven characters, and even with the Frosthaven characters I was playing earlier, didn't feel the need to. Like, I had just the best cards in my hand. You know, there were a couple of cards like for when we were playing like the solo scenario, we swapped them in because they were just good for that particular scenario because it was the solo scenario. But I've never really felt like, oh yeah, I should definitely play that. And even if it's not, maybe, you know, there could be like some scope to swap out one or here. I feel like the margins that you're playing with do not really warrant sitting there and spending 20 minutes, half an hour, or at least I'm not on stream because I don't have time to sit there for 20 minutes and ponder over, should I bring this card or that card, you know? Like, if I was playing in a multiplayer situation and we were just, you know, checking out our cards before we went in and I was just keeping it all internalized in my head and I wasn't streaming, yeah, sure. Like, I would be okay with that. But I'm not going to sit here for another 20 minutes and like ponder over what cards I'm going to bring, because like I generally like the game to be a bit of a surprise. I don't really like to read the scenario stuff until I come on stream. I don't like to do that. You know, I get the tiles out of the box because I want to make sure that I'm prepared to just set up and play, but I don't really want to go to that. Like, I like just like organically playing through the game. And so yeah, I don't have time to sit here for like 20 minutes and just change every time. I'll maybe change the odd things. And if we know that a couple of cards, maybe as we play on, maybe we'll get a bit more of a feel for like, okay, yeah, these are some quick changes we can make. But I'm not, I'm not used to having to do that. Like, the Gloomhaven does not need you to do that at all. So what are we doing? Ideally, I would like to just, it's so annoying that I didn't kill one of those two, because it just means that I'm going to have to sit here now and I'm going to have to attack two things. Really dumb things I don't really want to. And no doubt I'm just going to get destroyed by these priests somehow. Yeah, debrief getting messed up by immunities. It needs to be aware. Oh yeah, absolutely. That was yeah, no, the previous scenario was my bad. Like, I 100% just was like, oh yeah, let's just play the cards, right? And I wasn't paying close enough attention to what was going on with the enemies. This one, I feel like we've done okay with both characters so far. Like, we've gotten, in this scenario, to be honest, so far, I just feel like I've been unlucky. Like, I don't feel like we're playing badly. I think like we've actually set up the characters pretty well. And I think the characters are actually doing okay, but just bad luck, right? Oh, we're gonna, you know, don't draw the 15 now, but the guards draw the 15. Don't draw like a high attack. Oh, they draw a ×2. Oh, I just need to kill this, draw a -2. I just need to kill this, draw a -1. You know, like I've just been unlucky. Like, and that happens sometimes. I felt like the characters would have been on a bit more of a roll if we had drawn a little bit better in certain situations. Like, if this was now dead and this was now dead, I'd be like, whoa, we're doing so well, we can go over here. And it's literally just two flips of two cards that just did not go our way. And yeah. that is Gloomhaven, you know? That is part and parcel of playing this game. All right, so first up, we're going to skewer the flesh. We're going to attack for 1. On to ice pillar number 1. I'll use the heavy sword here to make it 2, just so that we can try and kill it. All right, unnecessary, but that's good at least. Right, that can go back in the box because we don't need that no more. And then our second attack we will do on number 6. That's 1. Doesn't do any damage, but it does immobilize, which is kind of really the point there. They are doing their ranged attack though, right? Which I think we can just about get away from it. I think we can just about get away from that. Then we're going to teleport 3. One, two, three. That wasn't the right card. That was the right card. So, ball catcher. We're going to try and do the same thing again. Hopefully this time not draw a ridiculous miss. We'll put it there. All right, then we're gonna move. That should go next P. Then we're gonna move 3 and create a heal. What are these guys doing? They're just blessing and healing themselves and all of that stuff. Gonna heal off that wound. I mean, the fact that it's lasted as long as it has is pretty impressive, to be honest. Okay. All right. So this guard can't do anything. This guard's can't do. Can't go anywhere. Okay. Bless themselves. All good, all good. Okay. What do we do now? So we know we want to try and do unavoidable outcome again on number 3 here. Can we actually try and like do a bunch of damage this turn? Like, this is the turn we turn the corner, I think, right? That's my feeling here. My feeling is this is the one. This is the where we... where things kind of start to work for us a little bit. This is the one. But we need like a decent initiative out of these guys. And we also need the priests to kind of play ball. I'm very worried that the priests are just going to play their disarm cards and just wipe out our turn again. Two blesses in the enemy deck now going to be scary. I mean, yeah, there's nothing we can do about it though. We just ride the lightning. How much health does the Ice Speaker have? He has 1 shield naturally, and he has 8. Morbid Camouflage could be good. Yeah, this is very much a bit of a scary turn for me. I don't really know what I can do here, but I'm very nervous that this just goes all like down the toilet. Feels like this could be a very bad turn. If the enemy just draws, like, we're basically saying, okay, great, we'll lose. If they all draw, like, move and attack. That's a big problem. But I have got a route here to kind of do, like, a decent amount of damage. I haven't even managed to get 1 Bane off yet as well. I feel so bad. Really need to get better at that. We've got so many good... I've got so many good abilities here. Honestly, we've still got, like, reason why I'm still feeling pretty positive is we have Lacerating Stabs, which, you know, could just be nuts. Now, this plus just trap shenanigans for a little while could be enough, you know? Random question, if you get impaired, you can't use items. Would that include Traveling Cloak, forcing you to lose 1 HP? It's a great question. I would say no, because it basically means that you can't use items. But I would say that, like, a passive effect would still be in play. Using is, like, specifically, I would say, either like exhausting or, you know, using and discarding, right? Like, I don't think you would lose the 1 health. Just seems like it would be super janky. Yeah, that was your thought too. Just wasn't sure. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure either, to be honest, Vandalay. But like, it's like the use of the word use is the thing, right? Like, so I would say like, yeah, it means that you basically can't optionally use them. So I guess if you had a passive effect that triggered on something happening, that probably wouldn't happen either. So, but because this is just at the start of the scenario, it's kind of already done. Like, realistically, Traveling Cloak could be like almost like a one-time use item, right? I guess the thing is that basically you've already used it because you use it at the start of the scenario, right? It's being used. It's just not. If the Traveling Cloak said something more like, it literally just said on it, increase your maximum hit point value by 1, nothing else. But the fact that it sort of specifies like, hey, at the start of the scenario, you need to increase your maximum health by 1. So, okay. So that would imply that you use the item at the beginning of the scenario. What would be an interesting rules interaction is what would happen if you started the scenario with Impair. That would be another interesting one. That would be an interesting one. What happens is a scenario condition you start with Impair. Then it's like, not so obvious then. Oh, decisions. So hard here. I'm just gonna die to damage though. This is I'm looking at this thing thinking, yeah, this is great. I'm just gonna die to damage though. That is exactly what's gonna happen here. And the annoying thing is my initiative absolutely blows. Right, if I was to short rest, I would get rid of Honeypot or Boar Catcher, I suppose. Maybe I just need to do that just to get an early initiative back here. It is not a great idea, but I cannot go on 45 initiative, man. This is such an important turn. If I can go on like either 18 or 20 on my Trapper, then I can kill this, hopefully. Then I can kill this, hopefully, with my Deep Wraith. Then I can do a pretty decent attack on the Priest. Who knows? I hit my flip. I mean, I have a Bless in my deck, right? I hit my ×2. We kill that. We go invisible. Suddenly, scenario is looking great. Problem is, I then get beaten up by this guy. That's not so great. I'm gonna short rest on my trapper. I'm gonna get one of these things back. Really don't know what the Ice Speaker's deck though, so not sure if they have heals. They do have heals. Yes, they have heals. Unfortunately, they do indeed have heals. I don't think it really matters which one of these I miss. I mean, I guess... Right, what's this? Boarcatcher? Do we really care about Boarcatcher versus Honeypot? I guess Boarcatcher's more damage. Yeah. Okay. Really just don't like this. I don't know what I'm hoping for. I guess I'm hoping that the guards draw their 15. Guards draw their 15. This guy, like, I don't know what he does, but does not a lot. Or do I wait and go on to lacerating stabs? This turn is so brutal. It's like I need it to go my way so badly. So badly. Got one trophy. Nothing that I really want to play right now uses trophies though. Could short rest, get rid of Skewer the Flesh, have lacerating stabs, go in for 2 damage, wound them a bunch. But then they're all going to have an extra shield, which is going to suck. So I kind of need to kill that first. So maybe we don't do this turn. Maybe we hold off 1 turn and we hide a little bit. And then we let the Trapper go and kill that. Then we do that next turn. Okay. Yeah, okay. God damn. Oh, so much to think about. So much to think about. Okay, I think I have to wait a turn. Which does not feel great. But if we can set this up, this could be crazy good. Suddenly Deep Wraith will look really, really strong. Nah, I'd rather learn Trial by Fire Pelican. Thank you. Yeah, okay. A little bit of a weird one, but this could end up being very good if we can make it all kind of work. We're just going to have to do a bunch of short resting and a bunch of just sort of like... and play for like 1 or 2 really big turns that will just hopefully completely turn the tide of the whole thing. So let's see what we do. Draw. Oh, come on, guys. Could you just give me a break? Really? I suppose the guards I can avoid at least. I can avoid the guards at least. No, it's not so bad. What's the Ice Speaker doing? Right, Ice Speaker's getting into a decent position too. Actually, this might end up being okay. They might end up... We'll have to do some ambiguity here, but this might work out, like positioning them in the way we want. Okay, so unavoidable outcome. So we're going to attack this one for 2. All right, I'm done. Like, come on. Like, come on. What is going on today? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No, like nothing, dude. Like nothing. Is it too easy? It would be too easy. It would be too easy if I didn't keep drawing like literally the worst possible cards every single time. Like it's just I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Have I tried Gloomhaven full stack? I'm not sure what that is. Now we've got to move 4. Jump. I was kind of going to go into this corner. I was going to go into this corner. Just so then I've got the avenues of killing this and this, maybe. I really want these guys to stick together, though. Let's figure out what the implications of all of that stuff is. So guards are going to move 2. 1, 2. 2. They have range 3, so they're not really probably going to move much at all, if at all. Although I can probably move them off of a spot here. 3 health though. I can't take any damage. That would be me taking 1 hit. That'd be me taking 2 hits. Potentially. Jesus Christ. I just sit behind the Deep Wraith. Is that what I'm doing? I'm just going to sit behind the Deep Wraith. I mean, I could use this as default move too, right? And get a heal. Or I just end my turn on one of these. Also an option. What happens if I go there? What's the guard hit him for? 4. Well, guard's still going to hit me, right? I'd have to move forward with a Deep Wraith. And I would have to take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in damage. Yeah, nice. And they've got blesses as well. I mean, this, like, I've just been absolutely just destroyed in this scenario. Not having, like, anybody who can take a hit is just brutal. Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't have a character who can take a hit. I'm honestly thinking right now that how am I going to win scenarios consistently? This is on -1 difficulty. This should be easy. I should be literally just playing cards and just winning. I mean, I could swap into like more like basic attack cards and things, but it's not fun. I'd rather play the characters like, you know, their actual mechanics. I don't want to play cards that just attack 3, consume Dark Ad Curse. Like, that's just not fun. I want to actually play like the mechanic of the character. It's the website that keeps track of everything Gloomhaven-wise. Not sure about Frosthaven, but it has a better UI than what I'm using. Are you sure it has a better UI than what I'm using? That doesn't sound like it's a thing. I don't know. I really like this app. I feel like it would be difficult. I feel like the UI on this is actually really, really good on this app. So I don't know how they could really make it better. The only thing that is a little bit small, but that's sort of like my phone that I'm using it on, so not much I can do about that. What can I do here? There's going to be something that I can do. It's got to be something I can do. I need to split damage between the characters, really, huh? What if I was to increase or decrease my initiative? That would make a difference? No. No, none. I could use my PC instead of my phone. I specifically don't want to use my PC. I could use my PC with this, but it's not what I want. I've got so much stuff going on. I need to have it in front of me on like the only thing I would have is maybe a tablet. Like I could see myself using it on a tablet. But the thing is that it's not like when I'm streaming, it's not, I'm doing it for the benefit of the stream. I'm not doing it necessarily for my own personal benefit. So I have different criteria than maybe you look using your, something else, right? You can just concentrate on it giving you the best information that you can. That's not my like here I'm trying to show you guys so that we're all involved together and you can see where I'm at. And I have a very small amount of space, 1080 by 1920 to convey that information to you. And a lot of you guys might even be watching on your own phones. So I can't, I cannot physically do that. It's a very different problem for me. I have to think about different things. It's not just the best solution for me playing the game. It's the best overall stream experience. And this app has been great for that. There's a line here. There's a line to try and get through this. I just need to see it. Or at least get through a round, Get through this round. Like, do I run to that sideline with the trapper? Do I heal up for 2 and just take a hit? Do I use the trapper's boots to go up 10 and Deep Brave's boots to go down 10 to make sure the Deep Brave breaks ties? That I feel like might be a line here. So increase my initiative up to 30 and decrease it down to 21. That then means that I can kind of safely jump on, jump off something like this. Or I could go up here and just sort of chill here pretty safely. I just can't believe that didn't die again. because I'd be feeling what like I just this scenario, dude. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that could be a plan. I think that's probably the plan. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't actually doing anything at all on this character. Well, if I do that though, I suppose that one's gonna be able to get me anyway, regardless. It's gonna hit me somewhere, isn't it? So we'll heal 2 for the on the trapper there. It is a bit asked about face here, but oh well. Yeah, Pelican, like I understand that that's there. I don't really want to be told that. Like, I'm okay with trying to figure the characters out on my own, thanks. Like, I want like some level of backseating, but explicitly telling me every time of what I should play, I don't really appreciate. So, like, just, I don't really want to be seeing every single time play exactly this, please. Let's say burn cards potentially on the trapper is an option here. Because trapper's got quite a few cards, so I could burn like 2 cards and then just go hard on the last couple of rounds. Yeah, okay. That's something that we can do. Maybe I don't want to end there. Maybe I go like... Yeah. Now then I'm going to break tight. Yeah. And then I go like, yeah. Sure. All right. Okay, does that. Algor's guard's going to move for 2. 2. It's going to go for the Deep Wraith. 4. Oops, wrong deck. 3. Okay, priests attacking for 3. Staying as they are. So well, -1s though, so that's 4. Somehow got through that round. Don't know how, to be honest. Somehow got through that round without dying. I always feel like I end up dying in this corner. Hey, Brent. How's it going, bud? Yeah, I always feel like I always end up dying in this corner every time. It's been the way. No, not having that. Okay, there you go. Okay. Ice pillar, ice pillar, ice pillar. You're all done. Right, one last shot at it then, I suppose. Short rest again. Probably short rest again. Do that though, I get rid of like one of my best cards, but I feel like I have to do this now. Pretty much only have one way of doing this. Just kind of hoping and praying. I'm sure the guard will go on 15 just to annoy me. I'm sure that's what's about to happen. Short rests. What does that give me? I can't. The annoying thing is that I just can't kill 2 columns in the same turn, really. I can, but it's like inefficient. It's an inefficient action. It's the best thing to do here. Honestly, just probably exploding decoy. To kind of run away a little bit. Jeez. I don't know. Yeah. Now we short rest. Short rest again on the trapper, I think. Get another card back. Of course, every time. Lose every 50-50 that I take so far. Right. I just feel like if I don't do this now, I'm never going to get to do it. And then it's just like over at that point in time. If I've got 4 cards left on my Deep Wraith, I may as well just go for it and just hope that I draw a bless at some point. We get lucky. Like there's nothing else really to it. Because otherwise we're just going to be treading water for a while. And then I just kind of hope that we do enough damage that the trapper can sort of see it off. All right, let's go for it. At least we'll get a bunch of XP in the process, so. Here comes the 15s to ruin my day. Oof. Nearly. Nearly. Okay, so I was gonna move 4 with jump. I feel like maybe I've just approached the scenario the wrong way as well. I should probably have like just killed some of the, try and kill some of the enemies maybe. I've gone after the pillars when I probably don't need to go after the pillars. I've made the pillows more important than maybe they needed to be. Which one should I kill? Doesn't really matter, I suppose, at this point. Number 3. What was I? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can get that 4. Yeah, so we'll attack number 3. Okay, good. Dead. Or was that +1 earlier? Okay. It's done? Yeah. All right, yeah, maybe I don't move there then, huh? Okay. Right, so we're gonna use the bottom of Haunting Brutality. So we're gonna teleport 6. See, like, I could, like, for example, I could teleport here, which kills this, which feels really nice, but I also just miss out on damage on these enemies. Like, I remember adding that I only have to kill the enemies. So, like, this is a really annoying thing. I had a really good setup to potentially do so much. Okay, that's going to create dark. And I'm going to do 2 damage to both of the priests. They're not healing, are they? Oh, thank God. And one of the guards. But I'm basically just sacrificing myself here. Okay, and that gets an XP. Yeah, we're doing lacerating stabs, but we need, we'll poison something first. What's the best thing to poison here? Something with the shield, maybe? Or is it best to maybe just go after one of the guards and just try and kill him? I can poison 2 things here. I got Poison Vial and I've got Skull Collection, so we can potentially poison 2 things. Maybe we poison both of the priests. Maybe that's a good idea. And then we attack them both for like 3 and a wound. 3, 4, 5. I mean, that seems quite good. Certainly the priests are the most annoying enemy in this scenario, so if they're dead, that'll go a long way. So maybe I'll do my first attack 2 on the guard then. Seems reasonable. Okay, so we'll do... so we're going to like poison, and we'll use a trophy here, and we will poison up both of these 2. I think it's just like good to get them hopefully dead. Then we will attack guard number 5 here for 2 and a wound. One. Okay. So then we'll move on to these guys. So 4. So we're going to be attacking him for 2 plus 1 if it's different from the target the previous, which it will be. So 3 with the poison 4. 5. Shield 1, 4. So he's dead. Beautiful. Get a trophy. Then we'll attack this guy. And this will be 2 plus 2, because it's another different target attack. So it's 4 with a poison 5. Yep. 2 XP. Yep. And I guess I could use the... I mean, I may as well use this to poison this guard now. Yeah, that's probably it. We got 2 cards left. I kind of just went all in there. on the hopes that we would maybe get something more going. But the game just doesn't want to give it to us, so. Alright, so that's going to take some damage. Right, so they're going to attack the... number 5 attack the Deep Wraith for 2. So Deep Wraith burn one of our cards in our hand. Then we go again. He strengthens up. Number 6. He's going to attack over here, unfortunately, I think. So attack for 3. 3. Oh, hang on. One of these guys is dead, right? This guy's dead. Whoopsie. Number 6. Gonna move. Back 1. Left 1. Back 1. Attack for 2. Burn the last card. Dead. Okay, Deep Wraith is dead. Just got here. How's it going? Terribly. No, I just had no good draws the entire time. We're learning though, you know, we're learning about these characters. This is like the best attempt that I've made at this scenario up to this point, so, you know, progress is being made. But at this point in time, I feel like I'm probably just dead, you know? I have to hope that these wounds kind of just work. Short rest again, maybe. They're gonna draw their 15 though, I just know it. If I short rest, then I have to get rid of that. Then what do I have? I don't have like barely anything. I have barely anything. Falcon can't save me now. The strengthened attack 4 on 15 initiative or whatever it is coming. I can feel it. Right, so I just hope that the priest and that guy dies and that I somehow kill this guy. by pushing him through a high damage trap, right? That's the play. Alright. Yeah, I called it. Come on then. Oh, he's strengthened anyway, right? Yeah. All right, move 4. 2, 3, 4. Change this one into a 5 damage trap. 3, 4, 5. And we will gain an XP for doing that. For the pleasure. Okay. Oh, the priests are healing as well. Joy. Beautiful. No, I guess at least he heals the guard. Was he there? Oh, am I getting immobilized now? Fun. And that's all she wrote, chat. That's all she wrote. Okay. All right, well, we got close that time, but I mean, I can't be losing scenarios on this difficulty. Like, it's just not, like, I'm doing something majorly wrong, and I need to figure it out, because this is not right. I think we just need to, like, completely just change the way that we're playing. Fundamentally need to go back to maybe slightly more boring cards, but ultimately probably more efficient. Bringing in something like Black Scythe instead. Some real bad luck in that second room. Think we can def win with another attempt, and also some rework on what cards we're taking. Yeah, for sure. Like, it's like that. There was bad luck there, and that we would have gone through that if it wasn't for that. You know, like that was 2 or 3. Like I mean, like how many times did I miss like the key attack? And it just feels really, yeah, it just sucks. Gloomhaven, it does it too sometimes. But I certainly didn't feel like I did enough. I felt like pretty good about my trap. I feel like Trapper we were kind of okay on. It just feels like the other ones we weren't very good. Trapper, like, felt pretty good there. Like, that's kind of like what we wanted to do with the Trapper, right? Yeah, we didn't maybe get all of the traps in play, but we did what we needed to do. We used them to good advantage. Stopped the enemy from attacking us a few times, managed to position around them, then jump over them, and, you know, we put them in good places to give ourselves really good opportunities to attack with the columns. It's just they never came off on the few turns we needed it. Whether or not we should just ignore the columns in the second room, I don't know. There is a level of that I'm kind of feeling. Like, maybe we just chuck traps at enemies or something. You know? I don't feel like... There's maybe like one or two things. Like, I could bring like Electrified Net, I suppose. It's a pretty good card. Oh, it's a very good top. I don't really fancy Fury for Cade in this particular scenario. Because it's just going to be a dead weight for several rounds. Don't really like Enticing Bolt. Spring Loaded. Is that going to be any good? No, not really. I felt like we're pretty good there. There's not much I would change, I don't think. Maybe one card, but I don't feel like... Yeah, Spring Loaded is for escape scenarios. Yeah, for sure. Or like scenarios that have very specific like conditions to try and get to them, you know? Like, oh, you need to get to like a certain thing and it's trapped at the back of a room with loads of like traps or obstacles or difficult terrain around it, right? Feels like there's a very needed use of it in those scenarios. So for me, it's really the Deep Wraith who just feels like they're not really quite there. I'd like to retry this scenario again. I'm not gonna like, we'll gain our XP, we'll discard our loot, and we'll just restart scenario. We'll do this one again. I feel like. I feel like that should be the way. I don't feel like going invis can like buy us a turn, right? But I don't feel like it's proactive enough. Like I just don't. The problem with that is that it's a move one, do nothing essentially, and it feels like like I said, 9 cards is so tight in decision space. Yeah, move one, go invisible. Sure, there could be a turn where both of our characters go invisible. That could be quite good, but. Like, we also have a card that will allow us to do that anyway on the Deep Wraith. We have to burn it, but we have a card that can allow us to do it if we want. So, there is a way that we can kind of cheese into it anyway. I just feel like, what is that card doing? The bottom situationally can be okay. I mean, it might, like, drag something to it, I suppose. Could pull an enemy away a little bit. It's okay, but again, I don't know. I don't feel like, put it this way, I don't feel like it's like markedly better than the other things that we're using right now. Like, I don't feel like it's so much better that it's like, oh yeah, it's really not very clear to me that that's a much better choice. So I don't feel like I want to use it. It's also like, you know, not just this particular scenario. I think it's more to do with the Deep Wraith right now. The Deep Wraith was the one who just didn't quite work. And I think it's a case of saying, right, we're going to get rid of Skull Collection. Skull Collection just won't be used. I feel like we just say Skull Collection is gone. It's either gone or we're using it as a move 4. Like, that's what it's going to be included in. We'll use Mantle of Dread bottom instead. And that will be that, I think. Black Scythe is just like a decent attack, right? Attack for 4. It's like pretty consistent, this sort of level. Then maybe I get rid of Inkcloud because it's just a pretty average attack, really. Attacking 2 on all things is not great, really. Especially not at level 1 when our attack modifier deck is pretty bad. Like when we start getting some better items, maybe. Maybe that's gonna be good. Yeah, for the chop, I think we got Skull Collection and Inkcloud. Like, kind of like the 2 cards, really, that are on for the chop. But the problem is they're both pretty nice initiative. So, our move 4, it's pretty hard to just get rid of a move 4. You know, is Succumb to Fear something that we really want to use? I know it's ridiculously good, but it's also not particularly good in this scenario. Well, actually, it is good in this scenario. I just didn't get it going. That's wrong. It is good. It's just I didn't get it going. Hollow Aura's not too bad as well. The Pierce gets through the shield. Feeling like these 2 cards are the ones that I'm considering. And I feel like 2 cards that I'm considering to come in here is Black Scythe and Hollow Aura. And the other, I think we can probably... I mean, Tumultuous Panic is also really good, actually. But it's hard to use, so I don't think we want to use it. 66 initiative. Right, if we get rid of Inkcloud, but then we lose the invisible then, I suppose. I tell you what, slipping into death was awful, that scenario. Maybe we just get rid of the level 2. Like, honestly, this card was garbage. I was like, I can't get it to work. And the problem is that when an enemy is like, they're damaged and they have 4 or less hit points, it's like, I don't really want to bane them. I just want them dead. Like... This card was so bad, this scenario. It just didn't do anything. I can't remember once I actually used it for either of the top or bottom action, like, properly. This was our move 2 the entire time. Is it actually better to just go back for lie in wait instead of slipping into death? I think it might be. I think it might be better to not use this level 2. I think it's just too... Like, it's all in. It's so all in. And I just don't feel like it really... I don't think it really achieves anything. Like this is like the classic example of like a win more type card, where you already have to be doing really well for this card to be good. You can be, okay, well, I've killed an enemy and now on the next enemy I could do something. Like, you really need certain things to work, right? Like, it's just, ugh. It sounds good, but it's greedy and you're already winning. Like, oh, I killed an enemy, great. Now I can do some more damage to another enemy. Yeah, that's good. That is really good, but are you going to kill it with an attack too? Unless you use like some other item or some way of definitely getting the kill, right? It's a little bit inconsistent with its triggering. Might not work, might work, might not work. It's just like not playing like solid Gloomhaven in my opinion, you know? It's very much like, oh, you need something to happen. And we're playing on like lower levels of difficulty here, and in that scenario I had no chance. Maybe it was because of the shield. The shield did play a big part in that. But it just, yeah. I was like, no. And I can't survive either. That's the other thing with this character. I can't survive. So like baning things is great, but I have to be able to survive that turn where, you know, they don't die from it. You know, I have to survive somewhat. Lie in wait for stab crab. You took the other level too. I do feel like the other two, lie in wait, feels like relatively good here. If we can combine it with some invisibility to be able to, you know, if we could get 4 curses out, that's pretty damn good. And even if you're not using it for curses, just a teleport 3, heal 3 with a trophy that we have, you know, that could just be so useful. Yeah, I know. I think like Dwarf was saying before, he was like, oh, I think you probably want the other level 2. And I think he was right. Slipping into death seems great, but ultimately it is very win more. It really is. You have to be winning the scenario hard for slipping into death to be like, yeah. All right, I think that's the decision made on the level 2 though. So I think slipping into death is definitely gone. Just the testers, you know, well. I think it's also a nod to like my you know, my party here. The fact that I'm playing 2, right? I think we need to think about that a little bit more. So we're playing Skull Collection possibly just for the move 4. We're going to play Mantle of Dread for the bottom. So we're going to keep that. So we're keeping this. We're keeping this. Probably not taking that. We're not taking that maybe. Though having said that, that does combo really nice. With that. That could be a possibility. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many cards do we get? 10 or 11? 10. Do I really need Skull Collection for the move 4? I don't know if I do. I think we can maybe cut that. 22 initiative's quite nice, but I think maybe we can cut that. You thought this card would be very light. It's a very good point that you already have to have done a lot of damage to one enemy without killing it. Slipping into death to be good. Probably works better when there's more characters dealing consistent damage. Yeah, more characters dealing consistent damage, but also just like maybe a slightly better attack modifier deck. Like it's almost a card that would probably get better with time. You know, right now at level 2, my deck kind of sucks. I didn't take perks to improve my attack modifier deck. You know, I took the perks to just, you know, like the fun perks. So it doesn't... Yeah, right now I don't feel like super comfortable with my draws. We have to play Staring into the Abyss because it's literally a move 2 disarm. Like, nobody doesn't play that. That's so strong. I think Ink Cloud is one that could be for the chop. I need more invisibility though. Like, I don't feel like I have enough visibility. Like, do I not play Morbid Camouflage because it's just kind of, again, for the same reasons, attacking for 2 is not good enough? Especially in this scenario, I would say. Like, how many times did I end my movement, like, anywhere? Like, it just didn't do anything. Bad card for this scenario, for sure. So that's going to hit the deck. Right, I still need to get rid of one more card. Should we get rid of Succumb to Fear? Because ultimately, are we even going to be able to Bane? Realistically, will we even be able to Bane? It's looking unlikely. The other one to maybe get rid of would be Lacerating Stabs. But the thing is Lacerating Stabs is just so good. Like 14 initiative, teleport, 3, wound 1. Just so strong. Yeah, I think the bottom's good for sure. On Morbid. Yeah, Morbid's good for the bottom, but the problem with this scenario is that there's no loot tokens until right at the very end. Like, we're not in a position where we're creating loot tokens to be able to go invisible. Like, again, Morbid Camouflage has that feel of you're kind of like, this is why I say like that, the combo nature of the character, right? It's like, if you're doing well and you're killing things, the character feels like, oh yeah, great. So I kill this, I get the Bane, then I move on to here, I go invisible because it's a loot token, I loot it, go invisible. Like you can see that there's really, really nice staging here of like, okay, you can do this, you do this, but it's incredibly specific to winning hard. Like you can see that obviously this is like a kind of like an Eclipse that's been balanced, because the Eclipse could just be like, oh, I do what I want. Like I just literally move to make dark and then I kill something next turn, right? The setup, like the bar was so low to have to do anything, whereas in this one it's like, okay, you actually have to you have to have killed something the previous round, then you need to do this, or you need to have 3 negative conditions, or you need you need to have a trophy and dark, you know, like everything is expensive and really needs you to specifically set it up, which makes for a much more balanced character, but also potentially makes for a less flexible character if you're not careful. You need to definitely be very careful. I'm thinking Ink Cloud is the one to get rid of, because it really doesn't do... Like, attacking for 2 on 2 things, there's a couple of kind of cute opportunities I had, but... 10. Okay. And we still have Succumb to Fear if we want to, because we can poison and wound, and potentially we could, you know, muddle with Mantle of Dread. So, you know, I feel like we should still potentially have a Succumb to Fear, you know, option open to us, and we will have it open to us. And at the very worst, we can use it as a 20 initiative, move 3, or teleport 3, which is very good. And this gives us a really nice spread. Okay, so the main changes really is coming out is Ink Cloud, Morbid Camouflage, Skull Collection. Those are the 3 like level 1 cards. We're changing Slipping into Death for the other level 2, which is, where are you? Lion Weight. And that's it really. And we're bringing in Hollow Aura and Black Scythe. Oh, and Tumultuous Panic. Sorry. And Tumultuous Panic. So I feel like Tumultuous Panic will work really well with Mantle of Dread bottom. Black Scythe is just going to be an attack 4 potentially for us with a curse. Nice. Hollow Aura, attack 3, Pierce 2, make dark. Easy dark generation, as well as obviously countering the extra shields that some of the enemies get or because of the stuff. So that all seems pretty reasonable to me. So we'll try that next time. Everything else I think is just, we'll see. So I'm happy with that. So I don't feel like there's any changes I really want to make. What was the other level 2? I think the other level 2 was like distinctly not very interesting. Path of Pain, yeah. Attack 3, push 2 for each trap the target springs. Due to its attack, add +2. Create 1 wound trap in adjacent empty hex. Move 2, create another wound trap. We'll have so much wound on our other character that seems a little bit excessive to me. You know, this is a nice attack, to be fair. But I don't feel like it's any... I think the other level 2 is much, much better. Well-rounded. It's pretty fun, though. Push something through a turn. Yeah, but it requires quite an extensive setup, right? You know, in order for it to be, like, really cool, you want to, like, caltrops and you want to, like, go... and, like, just shoot an enemy off to the other side of the map. Like, in certain scenarios, it probably would be really, you know, better, I think. But I think we're happy with... unavoidable outcome for now. And I think I'm pretty happy with the rest of that, really. Electrified Net might be an interesting one to get like a strength trap down occasionally. Like, do we think the strength trap, or what was the blessed one that we had? That was a move 2 though. This one just doesn't even move. That's kind of the problem. Doesn't even move. Feels like we should be moving quite a bit on this character. I will say that I never really used Dismantle Top. That never really happened. But I feel like that was mostly just because the way the scenario panned out. I don't think that's because Dismantle Top's bad. I think it's actually very good. It's just the way it kind of ended up panning out for us. We didn't really... yeah, we were using unavoidable outcome instead, basically. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I feel like everything else is got its place, really. This character's very hard to make decisions because such a small hand size. Got an attack 2, you know, exploding decoy I think is still pretty good. Flurry of Nails I think it was still pretty good as well. The good thing is that Exploding Decoy and Flurry of Nails both just have, like, both halves of the card are interesting and useful. But they are rubbish initiatives. But to be honest, none of the other cards are really going to change that. So, that's fine. Yeah, we'll leave it as it is for now. Okay, well there we go. I think that'll be it. What we'll do is I'll probably just restart this scenario and then we will continue it on the next session. So we're just literally gonna hit this, hit fail, and restart scenario. Keeping our resources and everything, and I'll just reset it and we'll go back and we'll try it again with these new cards. I think we got a good shot at it. Very unlucky. So I want to kind of keep going at it. Like we're not far away from winning this at all. So Yeah, a bit frustrating because I would have liked to have had a much more successful scenario today compared to the last one that we did. But, you know, it happens. Gloomhaven's going to Gloomhaven sometimes. And I'm sure many people have been struggling on this one.
I think it's still, yeah.
Oh,
Scout
the
wins.
that's the blessing from Jeff.
Yeah.
That's the blessing from.
Isaac, at this point, can we get your approval to add an additional attack modifier deck for allies in the digital version?